What's up YouTube, it's unpredictability TCG here and welcome back to another TCG video on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the topic Open Decklists that might be coming to specific Pokemon TCG tournaments in organized play. So that means in the competitive scene to get official Pokemon Championship points. And I'm very curious about your opinion on this topic. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be giving you my transparent opinion as well as some opinions of people from the community as well. So if you guys are excited for today's upload, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Only takes one tiny second every time, but does help out the channel tremendously as always. So let's talk about the announcement that was put onto the official Pokemon website here, and that's actually Pokemon TCG Open Decklist. At select Pokemon TCG Championship Series events, tournament organizers may reveal complete competitor deck lists to the public and all other competitors at specific phases of the tournament. Events that provide open decklist will reveal this information to competitors during registration. So this is insane news because I am really not a big fan of sharing the deck lists while the tournament is going on, because I have done really well at tournaments because of the element of surprise. And I'm also a very great deck builder in general. I'm going to be giving you guys some examples on why deck builders should be rewarded in the first place, but making sure that everyone knows already what 60 you're playing is not great for deck building situations. And also it will be giving a gigantic boost to control archetypes out there, because control always loses to random elements of surprise. For example, you're playing Snorlax block, let's give you that as an example, and the opponent plays a random penny or something that you didn't expect and suddenly you lose. Something like that gets cancelled out if you're playing control and it fits an open decklist, which means if you're registering for an open decklist tournament, control will be 100% buffed. That's the first thing I would note down. And also, if you already know what you're playing, the better players usually will win because they can adapt to situations that they already know. In the past, even the best players out there will lose to some random situations that happen during events with cards that they didn't expect. I'm gonna give you a little example here. I played Roaring Moon with a top 32 finish back to back last season, and that actually means that this Greninja here with Canceling Cologne by itself won so many games. I even was able to win against top players out there because they didn't expect Greninja in this Roaring Moon build. Would you say if the opponent will already know my exact 60, they will 100% slap down their Manaphy during those days, because Manaphy protected the bench and I played Greninja to have an advantage against stuff like Gardevoir. Typically Roaring Moon had a bad time against Gardevoir in general and during those days. But I was able to win all the Gardevoir matchups during the 3 events that I went to because of the Greninja and the Moonlight Shuriken, and that would have not been the case if the opponent already knew that I was playing Greninja in the first place with water type energies. So there is that. Another thing, as an example here, I played Regis, I think 2 seasons ago with 3 copies of Escape Rope, which in Norm, people played 1 copy. And this actually won myself a lot of games, and I was able to convert all the way into top 8 because I faced off against 2 decks playing on Empoleon V. That actually means that it's very bad for an archetype like this. And I also was up against Flying Pikachu V Max, which is also very bad, but because I played 3 copies of Escape Rope, I was able to overcome that aspect. But if people would know I would play Escape Ropes, they would play 100% differently. So we have also this situation where I created Zapdos Lucario, and this actually was also a great archetype. I got a top 8 with that as well, and I think I got top 32 at EOIC as well. But the element of surprise there was the B string that could get lightning energies as well into play, so you can fly in with your Tapu Koko GX when the opponent least expects it. So these little tech cards, if the opponent can already predict them, it's gonna be less good, right? So that's why I'm a very big fan of keeping deck list closed during the entire event. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about that more in general. But this is also an example. I played this during Worlds 2019, where I played the crazy counter box deck. I played Lucario, Frozlass, Aerodactyl, Hoopa, and even Tapu Fini. So I played like everything, even the baby Buzzwole, and I got like a 5-3 score at Worlds during that year. And the cool thing is that the opponent did not even know what they were playing because this was a homebrew creation, right? Nobody knew this 60, and that was able to get myself some great victories over at Worlds. So if people would already know what exactly I'm playing, they can play like very differently, and they could expect specific situations. So yeah, Open Decklist. There's a controversial topic. You should know is that online tournaments are always Open Decklist because people could otherwise very easily cheat against specific matchups. They could change their decklist left and right, but that's why Open Decklists are on online events. This also doesn't inflate it too much, but the fact is that if you had Open Decklist in tournaments like I would say regionals, before you go to your match, you can check your opponent's deck list and say, oh, I have to be careful of this card, and this card, and that's it. So a very weird situation. I wonder if people will actually go through with this situation where maybe like 2 tournaments in a year have Open Decklists. I wouldn't mind if it's only like 2 events, but if they are actually implementing this to all events, that would be bad. I would be actually a big fan of like the top cut having Open Decklist, because you're going to be seeing the best out of the best, because people can expect specific cards, and then the matches will be more interesting. So, and also if people go onto stream, let's say Tord Reckless, for example, as an example, because he's always on stream, his decklist is always instantly scouted out, and before he actually goes into like a top cut, people already know exactly which card, which cards they are playing, which means that if you would have Open Decklist, the playing field would even out. So that's the only thing I could see. Like, if they would implement this, they stayed here that it has to be on specific phases of the tournament. So definitely not going to be on day 1. They could implement it on day 2, but I think implementing it for the top cut is the most interesting thing, because people at home can also follow along with the exact 60 that they already have. Another great bonus here is that if it's Open Decklist and you see which deck is going to win, you can proactively start recording a video that you know will be winning the tournament, or has a top 8 slot in the tournament, which means you can start creating content earlier, and the decklist will already be shared. Another bad thing about Open Decklist is that your decklist gets instantly shared. Like, I know back in the days that when specific tournaments ended, the decklist would not automatically get posted from Arcanine to Limitless, so specific people could be playing the exact same 60 to another event without it being leaked. But that's no longer the case, unfortunately. So people have to adapt. So let's take a look at the community here. So Chris Brown, the director and global esports and events at Pokemon. So we have listening to feedback. We see here Azul GG, one of the most beloved content creators out there. Open Decklist overall lowers the skill ceiling in the game and would be a bad thing for day 1/day 2. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm in the same boat with that. I would hate it that the creativity of decklist, as we saw here, all of these fantastic decklists, get shoved down to the wayside because it's Open Decklist. That means creativity is gonna be lower, because you cannot surprise the opponent when they already know what's coming, right? I think it makes sense for Top Cut to even the playing field, and as most, but not all players in Cut will have been streamed at that point. So yeah, people that have been streamed already know, oh, they have these cards that they used on stream. So everyone does this, definitely at the top tables. When day 1 is finished, you look at the stream, take a look at specific players you should watch out for, and see if they're playing any specific cards. We have Tord Reckless here. Currently, having a large group of people scouting and sharing information with each other at events is a huge advantage, especially at the later stages of an event. Now, Open Decklist would even the playing field and also remove a pretty big advantage of being streamed early. Tord is always being streamed early, so the element of surprise that he brings is it's going to be lower because people already know. Like, I think at Worlds, I think he also played Sudowoodo or something. So people already like scouting, seeing the stream, people talking. So that would even the playing field if it's Open Decklist. But I think it's only necessary for like the top cut. For like day 1 and day 2, it's less of a thing, I would say. Jake Gearhart, I think Open Decklist is absolutely worth trialing for the entirety of an event. Making clear that it's not permanent change right away. There's great players on both sides, and I don't think it's possible to make enough progress on that divide without a reference event. Yeah, a test event would be great. Maybe they should do it for a special event where there's less on the line, I would say. But in this scenario, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, if there's an entire event with Open Decklist, I would probably play Control, right? Because you're gonna be playing stuff like the Pidgeot EX, you could be playing Wellspring Ogerpon, you could be playing the L-Gem, and then you see, oh, the opponent's playing this. What are his winning conditions? Oh, this is his exact 60. It's gonna be way easier for Control decks, right? What else do we have here? Is there a specific goal in mind with this change? What events can we expect to see Open Decklist implemented first? Okay. I don't know why they would change this. This will actually reflect on the fact that the online tournaments over at play.limitlesstcg.com have the exact same scenario where there's all open decklists. As a staff member in Europe, I'd like to see that happen step by step, starting off with open decklist in Top Cut, and if that goes well, proceed to day 2, Swiss rounds, and then the whole event. My general feeling is that open decklist will slow down events. Why would it slow down? I have no idea. Yeah, but people, there are like ambassadors, the ambassador program for the play for TPCI. So that means that people that can say something definitely do so. Like, give your opinion out right there. Are there any other people talking about this? Open decklist objectively leads to less incentive and creativity and deck building. This is personally one of my favorite aspects in any card game, and I'd be very sad to see it disappear completely. For Top Cut though, it makes sense. So yeah, I'm the same thing, like Jared Grimes, I'm on the same opinion of him, so let's see if there's any other people talking about Open Decklist for Top Cut would be an improvement. I also think it'd be a good idea just to try for day 2 or even the whole tournament at some point, just once, and get the feedback and see how we go from there. I don't advocate for this tournament conditions across a competitive season. The day 2 threshold change last year felt like an emergency patch. Interesting. You punish creative deck building. So people are saying creative deck building, like the element of surprise is gone. You know that for sure. Alex Shemansky here, fascinating times ahead. Very curious if slash when this will happen. I think this is good if implemented correctly, as it mitigates both the advantage of having scouting friends and the disadvantage of being a notable stream player that people share info about. I will, however, miss the look of shock when I play a random weird card down. Yeah, that's the best thing about playing the Pokemon TCG for me. Like playing random cards and then winning because of the random cards. That's the best thing about this. So, yeah, I wonder what you guys feel about this. Let me know down below in the comments section. Yeah, we have Benjamin Pham. You want players to be still creative with their deck list, so recommend no open deck list on day 1. Open decklist for day 2 / Top Cut makes it more fair to the remaining players, as there's an imbalance between players caused by scouting information, sharing, and playing in featured matches. So there were already like a lot of people on stream, which have a disadvantage to the people that have not been on stream, which makes sense. Nelly Miller, I like this. So there is yeah, something to say about this. A lot of people, the people like this and people dislike this. Like people that are on stream a lot will like this because it evens the playing field. People that are having a scouting group of friends that just scout what everyone's playing, those, yeah, that playing field will get evened out for people that just are going to the tournament alone without having scouting friends. And also, being put on stream is a disadvantage in day 1, and that's also being removed with the open decklist situation. I would just introduce it for the Top Cut only. That's my opinion, because as I was saying in the past here, creative deck building is the best thing about the Pokemon trading card game, 100%, and I do it all the time. I'm not like a person like copy pasting deck list left and right. I just try to create them for my own good and see which cards can implement specific matchups, and then you create some monstrosity decks like these. So there is yeah, a legacy to be having behind like creating your own deck. So I would hate it to for that to disappear, because the element of surprise is what makes the TCG so much fun. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think about Open Decklist in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, let me know as well by rocking the hell out of the like button. We're going to be making more content very shortly. And as always, I want to thank every single person out there that is supporting the channel and is watching the daily content. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace.